Praveena, are you saying in cinema or in OTT where you've really done very well? We've seen, Karma Calling is one. I've seen promos of that. I'm really waiting. It's coming sometime in March, if I'm not wrong. But what about, you've done a lot of other OTTs as well. Do you think it's OTT or cinema? Both give you the opportunity now.
I think both.
Yeah.
I think the basic viewpoint or the awareness that is there in our audience today. एक तो एक्सपोजर इतना हुआ है हमारे ऑडियंसेस को ग्लोबल सिनेमा में थ्रू वाया ओटीटी वाया वेरियस फेस्टिवल्स के अब हर तरीके के कल्चर्स हर तरीके के फिल्में हमारी ऑडियंसेस देखती हैं तो वो एक्सेप्टिंग ज़्यादा है आई एम श्योर लॉट ऑफ my colleagues in this room and ex-colleagues who are now, strong political leaders here. My friend Khushbu is here in the audience, whom I completely love. But she will agree to what I'm saying, that by the time, actresses reached that point where they had to hone their skills, they were asked to retire. But now we have that strength, whether it's through cinema. I did a film called KGF 2.
Yes,
which today is the 4th highest grossing film in the Indian history of films.
Right.
So that was a huge hit.
Yeah.
So whether it is cinema that gave me a role like something what I could do in KGF 2, or there was an Aranyak, or now there is Karma Calling. Soon there will be a Patna Shukla. I've just, going ahead with another couple of films now. I've done a Gurchadi with Sanju. I'm doing with Sanju, Sunil Shetty and Akshay, I'm doing Welcome 3. So it's all these, this time where I think women have actually come onto their own in our industry as well.
Yes.
And we have actually stood our ground and said, hello, we ain't retiring.
We ain't retiring. I think we need a round of applause. And from all the men, more than the women here, that, we ain't retiring, we ain't going anywhere, we're staying right here. Let's talk about tropes now, stereotypes. And go back to the time, Khushbu, I mean, it all happened in our, where you had either a Devi or a Dayan. There was nothing in between. So a Devi would be this, a woman clad in a sari and not knowing that we can be very wicked. But then, also the stereotypical thing that you can't take such a woman home. Don't you think at least that thing has been blurred, Raveena?
I'll actually little cut you midway in this because I think I broke that stereotype with a film called Daman.
Yes.
For which I won the national award.
Kalpana Lajmi.
Yes. Kalpana Lajmi.
Yes.
And at a time when you rightfully said, when our films were depicting ke bhala hai, bura hai, jaisa bhi hai, mera pati, mera devta hai, we were depicting that. And even though the villain was the worst person that you saw on screen, but the hero's बहन would always stand in front and said, "Goli, पहले मुझे लगेगी फिर मेरे सुहाग को." Whereas I probably would have stepped and said, "Go get him, dude." It's like, but nonetheless, jokes apart, we did make a film called Daman in the year 2000, which spoke about marital rape and domestic violence, which till date is being debated in the Supreme Court.
That's right, marital rape, yes.
And we still haven't passed that law, which I'm hoping that we do soon, because there are a lot of stereotypes to be broken. Because earlier on, everyone was कि ठीक है, whatever the जो भी झगड़े हैं, जो भी violence है, वो घर की चार दीवारी से बाहर नहीं जाए. And women were victimized throughout. And that is exactly what that woman, the movie Daman spoke about in the year in 2000.
Right.
And we are in 2024.
Right. Yes.
24 years down the line, I still feel that that topic is still so relevant, that we are still talking about women not being able to come out and are constantly quiet on being victimized, whether it is domestic violence or it is rape or it is every horrific form of abuse.
All right.